Hey leaders, today I want to talk to you about the leadership tool of the trade-off triangle. This is just a great tool to be able to frame our business and understand what are some of the priorities when it comes to our focuses within the organization. There's a quote that says you can be good, fast, or cheap, but you have to choose two. And what the trade-off triangle really helps us to understand is that there's trade-offs when we want to pursue different areas of our business. For instance, if we want to be cheap and provide a really low price and we want to be really fast in our service that we give, oftentimes the trade-off is that the quality isn't going to be very good. We can think of a lot of organizations where maybe it's really fast and maybe it's a really cheap product, but at the end of the day, the quality usually suffers. On the other end, you can think about things that are maybe really cheap and they're really good quality, but oftentimes what you find is it takes a little bit longer, right? It's not usually very fast how you might be able to get that product or how fast the services is. And so you might be willing to get it at a very low price, and you might be able to get a really good quality, but it might come at the cost of speed within the organization or with the product that you purchase. The final trade-off could be on the end of things being very fast and being very good quality, but usually that comes at a higher expense, and it's usually not going to be cheap. It's going to come at a higher expense. So for us within our Chick-fil-A location, that is where we want to operate most times, is that we want to make sure that we are providing a fast experience to our guests, and we also want to make sure it's a very high quality product. And what we're trying to do as much as we can is to not sacrifice too much on the trade-off of it being a cost-effective product for our guests. And so we want to be fast, we want to be cheap, and we want to try to keep the prices down as much as we can while still providing a really great product and service to our guests. And so when you think about where we are as an organization, it's just great to remind yourself that, hey, at Chick-fil-A, where's our trade-off? Our trade-off is really around making sure that we deliver a great product, that we make sure that we deliver it in a very fast and accurate manner. And where we might be willing to trade off a little bit is on the cost side, is that we may not always be the cheapest option for our guests, but we definitely want to make sure every time they come to our restaurant that they get a very fast and great quality product. So that is the trade-off triangle. It's not only great to think about our business, but it's also great to think about every aspect of your life. Oftentimes you can think about what are the trade-offs if you want to be fast and you want to do things good. Well, it might not be a cheap service that you can provide, or if you want to be cheap and you want to be fast, you might not be able to provide a good service to somebody. So again, it's just a great way to think about all the trade-offs that we have in our lives as well as within the business. So that is a trade-off triangle, just a great way to create a framework around the business, just to know what are we prioritizing in our organization and what are we aimed on in providing guest service to our guests.